My name is Nuha Rumaisa Abdullah Aziz from Class 3N in House Lendang Delima. For my speech today, I would like to be talking about a topic that may sound a little peculiar. But first of all, I would like the audience to picture in your mind, what does darkness look like? Maybe darkness in your mind might look like a pitch black room, or also it might look like a day that's filled with gloominess or loneliness. But don't worry, that's none of today. Today, I'm going to talk about a topic about darkness, but let's give it a twist. The darkness I'm going to talk about today is present in day and night, but it is also can be scary or entertaining. But most important of all, it follows you around everywhere. The title of my speaker sermon today will be Shadows, Friend or Foe. As I walk, as I sleep, as I eat, there's always going to be a figure latched onto my back. I wish this black figure could just leave me alone for once. As a child, shadows can be terrifying because when I was one, shadows, for example, a coat hanging onto my door, cast off a shadow that seems like a giant tarantula, or the time where I look out of the window and see a shadow, a black figure staring dead into my eyes. But also, the scariest of them all is when the shadow under my door from my parents. But I realized that as I grew up, I didn't have to hide nor run from my shadows anymore. And I feel like I would like to give you a quote for today. And I feel like everyone has heard of this before. Because why? As Martin Luther King once said that I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers it. So, we can see that this is very important for us to acknowledge, especially life in school. In our school, life can be so scary, yet unexpected, and especially as students. We tend to overthink things, and it can be very terrifying sometimes, can be very draining for you. But do know that these fears are crucial in your life because these fears are needed for you to break the barriers in order for you to become stronger. Therefore, you become braver. In conclusion, your fears do not define who you are. Instead, your fears build you into the person who you wish to be one day. I can say that it is difficult for us to acknowledge this, but when you do acknowledge this, when life becomes challenging and difficult, we could have the belief that we can overcome this. And I believe that TKC girls sure can take on any challenge faced upon. Now, my shadow becomes the friend that accompanies me every evening run, trying to outrun each other. My shadow becomes the mirror for me to remind myself the only person I'm competing in life is me, myself, and I. And lastly, my shadow is the fear that makes me who am I today. That's all from me. Thank you.